Okay, item 4 is the chairman's report. We have some retirement resolutions. There are actually 3, but they're not able to be here tonight. First is Arlene Millerton. She's a senior administrative assistant, purchasing contracts. Second, Tammy Kelly, senior administrative assistant, career and job placement center. And finally, Leroy Williams, custodian at Lakeshore campus. I will request that we unanimously accept these resolutions as presented, and that it's made part of the official minutes to honor them.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Next is the student trustee report. Bernard, would you provide your report, please?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think I'm going to defer mostly to my handout that's at your places. Mostly what I've noticed the theme this month, it's been pretty counterculture to the divisiveness I've been seeing in the news, is that here at CLC we're having a lot of multi-club collaboration towards a variety of different efforts. Today we had a America's Recycles Day, and the clubs that took part in that were First Generation Club, Horticulture Club, environmental clubs, and even Phi Theta Kappa is getting in on the action. So there's a lot of accountability towards each other, and I'm really proud to be part of some of these clubs involved. One other note I'd like to make is attending the ICCB SAC. One of the issues that the legislative committee came up with was to support and bring the Advocacy Day, the Bachelor's in Nursing program for community college. So that's what we'll be bringing to the legislators in the spring. That concludes my report.
Good. Thank you. And other matters, Trustee Anderson, Buskarian, Holland, and Osweiger, along with Bernard, you attended the November Illinois Community College Trustees Association meeting last week. Would any of you like to comment on the meeting?
First of all, Trustee Holland was not in attendance.
Oh.
I have the
Sorry.
board highlights that I'm going to be passing around from the ICCTA meeting. I'll hit a couple of the highlights, and then I'll turn it over to Rich to hit the highlights since he's chairing the Bachelor of Science degree nursing task force from ICCTA. But the Trustees Association did approve a resolution supporting it, and Rich will talk about that. But we also talked about the upcoming legislative summit that's taking place in Washington, D.C. in February. We also encouraged all of our trustees across the state to invite their newly elected both state and federal legislators on campus in January and February, which is kind of a slower time of the year. We made a bit of a change to our awards criteria. It will now be open only to those schools that are actual dues-paying members of ICCTA, because we do have a couple of schools that are not members at this particular time. We had a trustees roundtable, and we also talked about some legislative updates. We had a presentation on the relationship with foundations. Karen, are you going to talk at all about that in your report? Otherwise, I'll skip over that at this point, because both Karen and Ken were at that presentation on foundations, and I think there's somewhat of an impact to ours here as well. And then we also acknowledged that we had some trustees elected to the national board in the state of Illinois, but more importantly here at home, Amanda Holland was elected to the National Diversity Committee, so we're very proud of her as well. Let me turn it over to Rich. I'm sure you want to talk about the BSN and nursing.
Thank you, Barb. I'm the chairman of the committee for the Trustee Association to advance Bachelor of Science in Nursing in Illinois, so that community colleges can offer the Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Tomorrow will be the first legislative hearing on the Bachelor of Science in Nursing. State Senator Andy Manar is holding that at 9 o'clock in Springfield. Trustees and presidents are not invited to speak at that, but users of bachelor nurses are invited to speak. So several hospitals and other educators will be speaking at that, and we're well represented at that. The trustees unanimously, surprise to me, adopted a resolution to endorse and support the Illinois Council of Community College Presidents in the pursuit of the option of Illinois community colleges conveying the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree. So we're excited that we got unanimous support. And we put the word option in because some colleges have great agreements with their local higher education institution and may not want to participate in this. So they have the option of letting the rest of us go ahead and get this ability to do this, and they can stay with their programs and not turn them into BSN programs. We look forward to supporting this and to continue the data processing, and it is amazing when you look at the data how many nurses are imported to the state of Illinois with a bachelor degree of nursing and how many needed to be trained here locally, and we're going to work hard on this. It may not pass the first time, it may not pass the second time, but we're going to keep going and we're going to get it through at least in the next few years. Thank you.
Do we know the numbers? Does anyone know the numbers or generally?
Well, one example that was recent, and so the numbers, some of the numbers they do know, like all the schools have waiting lists, ours has waiting lists, they generally waiting lists for students, but in the Champaign-Urbana area, it was about 200.
250.
250
imported from the
from the
Philippines.
Philippines, nurses are imported. So,
And that was in
wonderful that-
September of this year.
Yeah, just recent. And there was I forgot when it exactly was, a year ago, the same thing happened in Central.
Yes. And also the latest stats of 2013 showed that there were approximately 7,500 nurses that could not get into four-year programs.
What was that again?
7,500 nurses with two-year degrees that could not get into four-year programs anywhere in the state of Illinois.
Oh, really?
So the need is out there, and that number we're pretty sure is growing because of the magnet status of hospitals that have to have 90% of their staff be bachelor degree nurses by the year 2012 or 2020, I believe it was. So we're working hard to get this passed.
So we'll share with the board the position paper, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. No, just a question that all these 7,500 people that can't get in, we don't have enough seats in
Yes.
these for your BSN programs. We don't have enough seats. Is that what it is?
Yes, and every one of those 7,500 were qualified applicants. There was no place to put them.
Okay.
Okay?
Do you need evidence yet?
No, and they covered it well. Thank you.
Okay. Unless there are questions of the chair, that concludes my report.